What's up, everybody? It's Buffalo Ben 15 Golf back at it again. And today we return to the Springfield Oaks Golf Course in Davisburg, Michigan for the back nine. If you guys remember, on the front nine, I shot a pretty lousy 43 plus 8. We need to go even par 36 to break 80. I mean, I've shot even par on the channel before for 9 holes. It was actually on another one of the Oaks courses in the Oakland County parks. It was at Glen Oaks. And judging by this first shot, there's almost no chance at this point. This peninsula here is about... I'm not a PGA Tour pro who can shoot 29 on 9 holes, guys. I'm sorry. I try my best, but sometimes I just
didn't get a good line.
fall really short. And that tee shot was definitely a downer to start off the 9 holes. So I really had to dig deep within myself to kind of keep myself going, because when you're playing this bad, for me, this is bad golf. Normally, it'd be like, I'm not 21 yet, so I'm not going to be like, it's time to start drinking, but that's certainly what I felt like doing. At least goofing off. It's time to not get serious, but I tried to keep myself in it, and that helped a lot. You have no idea how big that putt was. I know it doesn't look like I got excited. It's a bogey putt, so even if I make it, I'm probably not going to get excited. But I knew deep down that was a big shot, that I needed that after the penalty, because that's basically what I told myself. You just made a par with a penalty stroke if you take the penalty stroke away. So with that in mind, I do a pretty good job on this hole as well. I make short work of it. Good drive, good second shot right to the center of the green. The pin was tucked pretty tight against the front edge, so I went a little bit long, but I still thought I hit a pretty good shot. About 25 feet down the hill here. I'm pretty defensive with this one. I just don't want to risk 3-putting. I do a good job here. Nice lag putt to about 2 feet. We're going to tap in for par. So 1 over through 2 on the back, heading into the hardest hole on the golf course. So 401 yard par 4 12th hole here. I hit driver, and probably wasn't the best idea. This is one of those holes where it really thins up, like the further you go down the hole. Like, it's the fairway's like a lot wider at like 220 than it is at like 270. So I trickled off the fairway and almost winded up down in the dense woods, where I couldn't have possibly found that ball. Would have been a lost ball, but instead we're able to hit a great shot from a terrible lie angle and get ourselves to about 12 feet for birdie. This would be something else, guys, to start back 9, even through 3 holes, with a birdie on stroke hole 1. That would really give me a good kickstart. Let's see if I can make it happen. Just pulled it a little bit, but we still got our par. That makes me feel good. So off to a par 5, under 500 yards. I'm thinking these are going to be my birdie holes. 13 and 16 are par 5s that are both under 500 yards. I'm like, I got to birdie these. And then I can just hang on for the ride with pars on the rest of the holes and still give myself a chance to break 80. Without having to worry about getting birdies on like long par 3 or something like that. Now, I try not to think about the score like that as much. Now that I'm looking back at this round, I'm going to say stuff that I wasn't thinking about when I was playing. So, like, my thought process now is different from my thought process then. So, after those 2 good shots, I hit a pretty lousy chip shot again, just leaving it super short, and this putt was uphill about 2 feet in total, and I thought it was perfect, and then it did that.
This is not good.
It's beyond hard to watch.
Wow, it's just been that kind of day. Could have used it. So mad. Where I really could have used it. I really could have used that one. All right, tap in par. I mean, can't get mad at that, right? It's not like my first putt sucked and I made myself have a 7-foot tester. So I head into a short par 4, 280 yards, super short, drivable for me. The problem is my natural shot shape is a draw, and in order to attack the green from the tee, you have to hit a big old cut around those trees or hit a ball high over the trees. And it was just a really tough tee shot. I mean, I wanted to get on the green. I was like, I should have had a birdie on the last hole. I'm going to get it this time. And I do my absolute best to try to hit a cut shot, and it just barely moved from where I was aiming. So I played a little bit of pinball in the tree, and then I hit a really bad chip again. But then I hit a great bunker shot. As you guys could tell, I was pretty pumped to go up there without the aid of the putter, wedge worthy. You know, I love doing that. So off to another short hole, this time a par 3, 119 yards. I hit a 80% power gap wedge. I hit it okay, like strike-wise, but as I tend to do with a lot of my partial wedge shots, I push it, so I'm chipping from green side lie here. The green was pretty small, but still, from 119, I should be hitting the green pretty much no matter how small it is.
Little tester left.
I hit a decent chip, one of the few decent chips that I've hit today. So I get myself back in this hole a little bit. At +9, with a 198 par 3 left to go after this, I knew I needed to make this if I wanted a chance to break 80. And I push it.
That's a shame.
Let me tell you what I did. I had it lined up with less break than I ended up putting on it. I changed my line at the last minute, and it cost me. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop doing that. And I gotta stop almost getting myself into trouble with drives there. That one was very close to being in the thick stuff in the forest, but I stay out of it. I hit a 4-iron from about 205 out, another short par 5 here. Get green side and 2. I'm like, get up and down from the bunker, then you got to go 1 under on the last 2, and I take a little too much sand and make par. I've had a much better back 9, played much better. I would say I've gotten slightly luckier. I don't know. But we need 2 good holes still if we want to break you know what. So we need to go birdie to break 80. Currently 2 over on the back. I would say that I've hung in there. I've had a lot of good holes on this back 9. All 11, 12, 13 were all really good holes. Number 10 was a great bogey save. 14 and 15 were really my only two, like, holes where I had, like, a miscue. Or, excuse me, 10 and 15. Just 15, that bogey's easily fixable if I just commit to my line. 10, that bogey's easily fixable if I know the course a little bit better. So I get pretty close to this green. I hit a 6-iron from about 190 out. I hit it okay. So we've got this chip shot. I decide to get really aggressive with it. Take the flag out. It's going right towards the hole, and it goes in! All of a sudden, we've given ourselves a chance. Absolutely beaming after that shot.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Finally, a great chip shot today.
Little thin, a little squibby, but that's what happens when you hit it straight. There it is, guys. In the hole for a 2. We need a 3 on the last. It's only 292, so it's definitely gettable.
A short par 4. Almost drivable for me. Now, I didn't give this one everything I had, just because this is another one of those holes that thins up the further you go. Marshland comes pretty close on the right, woods all the way down on the left, and I hit it great.
It's a bomb!
One of my best tee shots of the day. And, yeah, really good stuff.
Birdie to break 80. I just got a 2 birdie on this one. Now we need a birdie here. Right in front of an audience. There we go. A little 40-yard par 2 here, guys. A little game of pitch and putt. Here we go.
Talking to the ranger there. There was actually a storm coming, and there was you're probably going to hear a little bit of thunder on my last putt. So storm closing in. While it's clutch time, got to get up and down for a 79. It's a decent chip shot. I was kicking myself after I saw that I still had a little bit of meat left on the bone. As you can see there, I'm really hankering over the fact that it's not wedge worthy, and then I could just tap in my birdie and get out of here. So here we go, guys.
We got some bad weather coming in, and a 9-footer here for 79. All the pressure is on.
I cannot tell you how fast my heart was racing as I stood over this putt. This is to go even par on the back for a 79.
Come on, baby! No!
And I leave it short. The cardinal sin on a birdie putt. I leave it short, and I sissy it below the hole.
Oh, leave it short, you idiot.
I shouldn't be mad, though. That was a great back 9. Played my absolute heart out. 80 plus 9, finished under double digits over par. On a course that I haven't played in almost 4 years. I should not be mad, but for some reason I am, because I just feel like I was so close. I feel like sometimes when you're really close, the pain of not breaking 80 is almost worse than if you like miss it by a handful of strokes. Like, I will probably be more ticked off if I shoot 81 rather than like an 85. Like, because in an 85, you know that you're not going to break 80. Like, you know down the stretch that, yeah, I pretty much don't have a chance. But when you shoot an 81, and like, let's say you're 6 or 7 over with 3 holes to go, you're kicking yourself because you're like, I couldn't hold on. So that was kind of what it felt like. I felt like I had a chance to hold on because I knew that I had that 292 par 4 coming up, and I knew that if I had holed that putt on 15, I would have only needed 1 birdie instead of 2 to break 80 in the last 3. So it was kind of a mix between, yeah, it was a great comeback, and I should be proud of myself for that. But at the same time, I feel like there were just a few fixable mistakes that I made that made me come up just short of my goal. So with that in mind, hope you guys are happy. I came back, I shot one of the best 9s that I ever have on this channel. I know it's only a 3,000 yard par 36 back 9, but still, 37's a 37. So thanks for watching, guys. My next video is going to be one that I have been looking forward to making for a long time, a course that I've been looking forward to play for a long time. It is in the northern part of Michigan. As we speak right now, I'm going there tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you, of course, I'm not going to spoil anything. It is about a half hour north of Mount Pleasant, so stay tuned for that. It's one of the best public courses in Michigan, in my opinion. Dad and I go there every year, and another year has passed, and it's time for us to head there again. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. Hopefully we can break 80 there, pick up where we left off on this excellent back 9 that we just did. That's all I got to say. As you can tell, I'm starting to stutter and run out of ideas. So this is Buffalo Ben 15 signing off. Have a good day, everyone.